channel. I am super excited to be doing this video for you guys today, and I'm going to be doing it's kind of a drugstore makeup haul slash first impression slash talk through video that I'm going to be doing for you guys. Let me know your thoughts, and I highly encourage you to subscribe to my channel. Please leave your comments down below and hit the like button. And if you want to see more, just keep on watching. I want to do a quick disclosure. There are maybe 2 or 3 products that I did not purchase drugstore just because I didn't think about it at the moment. So for example, my mascara, you're going to notice that it is not a drugstore brand mascara. And I did not purchase an eyeshadow palette, but I am going to be using Morphe eyeshadows, which even though it's not sold at the drugstore, there's still a drugstore price range. And I purchased this WetNwild Cover Primer Base Tint. You can see right here. So let's go ahead and get this on. And I want to make sure that I get all of my areas around here, just to make sure, because that's usually where the makeup tends to fade on me a lot quicker. So we're going to go ahead and get that on there. Okay, the next product that I'm going to be utilizing is the L'Oreal Magic Lumi, and I've had this one actually, so I didn't want to purchase another one, and I really like this one, so we're going to stick with this one. It's the Magic Lumi. And again, just kind of, this one I want it all over because I want that all over kind of glow. This is really nice. I like this. The Magic Lumi is really, really nice. It makes your skin look very glowy, as you can see. So it's really the next item that I purchased is the WetNwild Photofocus Foundation, and I got it in the shade Buff Bisque. I don't know if this is my shade, so if it's not, we'll work with what we have. Oh, the good thing I like about this is the applicator. If you actually look at it, it's easy to kind of scoop out any foundation that you have. How this works. Now this Photofocus, it's supposed to be made for photography, so basically it's supposed to avoid, you don't get any flashback, anything like that. So we'll see how this works out. It was a good price range. I think I purchased it, don't quote me, but I think it was like $5.99 or $6 or something in Walgreens. I'm excited because I actually got these yesterday, and they had a good sale going on. So anything on the cosmetic aisle that's against the wall, they had buy 2 products and get the 3rd one free. So I don't know how long that's lasting, but this is a good time to actually try those products because you do get a free product if you purchase 2. Okay, first thoughts on this. I don't find it to be full coverage. If you can see, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and I don't even need to zoom in all that much, but if you actually look, you can see my freckles still. So anytime you can see my freckles, it's not very full coverage. However, that was actually pretty nice foundation. First impression, so far from what I've tried, within the within the couple minutes that I've had it on, I don't love it. But we'll try it out with a different try out a contour stick that I purchased, and this is the Jordana Sculpt N Go, and I actually took the shade medium, so we're gonna try this out and see how it works. And it's a cream concealer. So let's try that. We'll see. We'll do one side first, just because sometimes these things tend to dry really fast, and then it makes it just hard to blend out. So
So this Jordana stick is actually pretty nice. I think the color looks really nice. It's not too warm, not too ashy. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do here, here, and here. It's my double chin. And we're going to do here, 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 and then...
Jordana Sculpt N Go. It's pretty good for a drugstore for the price I paid. I think it was $3.99. It's a really pretty shade. It's really blendable, as you can tell. I kind of blended it in no time. Doing for you guys is I'm going to be creating kind of like a monochromatic look. I'm going to be using these eyeshadows that are right here. They're kind of like the purples, the lilacs, mauves, grayish tone, I guess is what you can call it. So I'm going to be using those for you. And before I do that, I want to go ahead and make sure that I prep my eyes so that it's all kind of like an even. I don't want to go into just kind of 2 or 3 dots. Nothing too thick because you don't want your eyeshadow also to crease. So
blend everything out.
I'm just kind of.
So we're just going to lightly set that concealer. I don't do it on the lid, just only on the upper lid as well as my crease, okay? And just very lightly, not too much. And this just makes it easier to blend all your colors together. Okay, perfect. Okay.
The first shade that I'm actually going to be taking is this matte transition shade, and it is in the shade Bridesmaid. It's this color right here. And it's a matte, kind of a purpley color. So I'm going to go ahead and go in there with a fluffy brush, right? Fluffy crease brush. So, and then we're just going to lightly, it's not right on the crease, it's a little bit above it, but we want that effect. So let's go ahead and blend this all. I'm actually going to lightly go in with this shade called Deep Skin. And it's still kind of a cool tone, but I think it's kind of like a cross between a cool tone and a warm tone. So I think that's going to look, it's going to look nice. And I'm just going to go in with that same brush. I just kind of want to go on top of where I actually went. I'm just going to give it a little bit of warmth. Okay. And as soon as this is all kind of blended together, now I'm going to go in with a smaller crease brush, a more defined crease brush, which is this one. This one is the Zoeva 223 Luxe Crease, and then I'm going to go in with the shade. Hanky Panky, also from Morphe. Okay, so I'm going to do that. And then we're going to do this only on, like, in the crease. And so you want to make sure you keep your eye open so that you know exactly where your crease is going to fall, okay? So. And then I'm going to go in just with a darker purpley cool tone color. And the shade that I'm going to be using is, the shade that I'm going to be using is Vixen. And it's this one. It's also by Morphe. So we're going to go in, and we're only going to keep this in the outer V. We don't want to go in too dark. So we're going to do your lid shade. So now I'm going to be going in with the shade Ice. And it looks like this. I'm just going to pack this on. Doing this, I'm going to be using this Jordana Quick Brow Micro Pencil. This is one of the other items that I purchased, and this one's nice because it actually comes with the spoolie at the end. So let's go ahead and give this a try. A super fine tip. So it kind of reminds me of the Benefit. Let's give it a try. And I'm sorry, I don't remember if I mentioned, but this is in the shade Light Brown. So wondering why she only have one eye done and then going to the brow before she finishes anything up. I always do just one side of my face, and then off camera I'll finish the rest and then come back and show you the final look. So just letting you guys know the way I do it. And the good thing about this eyebrow pencil is it actually has a spoolie, so you don't have to purchase a spoolie. It comes with one. And then what I'm going to actually do, because right now off the bat, it is a little bit too light for me. And I'm just going to clean up my eyeshadow. And so what I'm going to do, because if you can actually tell, it's super, super light. So I'm going to go in with my Instant Age Rewind Concealer. And this is in the shade Brightening Illuminator. So it's more kind of like a more pinky shade. So this hopefully will definitely kind of even this light tone out. We shall see. So I'm just going to blend this out. Now what I want to do is I want to go in with my Airspun Loose Face Powder. And I've already had this one, so this one wasn't part of the haul. And I'm going to actually bake it. And it's not really, my intention is really not to bake it. It's just so that the eyeshadow does not fall on my foundation. So just kind of keep everything nice and clean. For my lower lash line, I'm going in with this Luxe 223 short shader brush. And I'm going to go in basically with the same colors.
Basically, now what I'm doing is I'm going in with the same two of the darker shades. Instead of ice, I'm going in with Hanky, and the shade Vixen.
It's lightly dust off all the excess of the powder. The next thing that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be using the WetNwild Get the Skinny Tip Eyeliner in the shade Black. Just this. This is also one of those products that I purchased in the haul. And anytime I do a wing, I just like to do first the flick and then kind of bring it in. So tip is really nice. It's really thin. It comes out really dark. I think for the price it's really good. You have to be just a little bit careful because it does tend to kind of spread a little bit. But other than that, I think it worked pretty good. So yeah.
Upper lash and the lower lash. And I'm not using falsies, so we want to make sure that this is nice and coated. I don't know if this ever happens to anyone, but every single time I put on mascara, I get a dot on my face. So I'm just going to let it dry, and then once it dries, we'll just clean it up with a Q-tip.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish up this eye now, and then once I am done, I'll be back on to finish up the rest of my face. So stay tuned. So as you can see, I've done both of the eyes. Hope you like it. Now we're just going to finish off the rest of the face. Strobing kit. I'm sorry, strobing stick. Ooh. And this in the shade Pearl Glow. I'm just going to kind of put it in areas where the light will shine. Let's see. Let's give this a try. And I want to actually, let's see. Wild Dulce the Leche, and I'm going to go in with the darker shade. That's this one. And basically all I'm going to be doing is just oops, I'm going a little heavy-handed. Just kind of lightly blend everything. So you can see I'm just using this as my bronzer slash touching up my contour. Just kind of set everything in place that I have put on. I'm going to go in with this Fit Me, Maybelline Fit Me. And this is not one of the new items that I purchased. I've had this. And I just want to go in with a big fluffy brush. And just kind of lightly. Is this WetNwild Coloricon Ombre Blush. And this is in the shade A Purple Haze. And this is actually my... And I always try to keep my blush in between my contour and my highlight, so I do want to warm it up a bit. So I'm going to go in with my Milani Luminoso. And just lightly, just kind of give it a little bit, because there you go. I think that's a little bit better. I'm going to go in with this Maybelline, Milani in Pretty Natural. In the shade Pretty Natural. To say about the foundation, I don't like it. I'm trying to give it a chance, but it really has just kind of settled into areas of my face. So around here, in this area here, it has settled even here. It's settled into kind of like my fine lines. Let's zoom you in so you can see right here. It's just, I don't like it. You know, a lot of people do like the foundation. I personally do not. But that's just my first impression, right? That's why it's called a first impression. Yeah, this is the finished look. And I hope you liked this video. And again, I do encourage you to hit that subscribe button. Let me know in your comments down below what products did you like, and if you've tried any of them. And I will see you on my next video. Bye.